We were good at making promises, maybe too good at saying we'll be fine. You were chasing all your dreams, I was still trying to figure out mine. We had the kind of conversations that made forever feel so close, but life kept pulling us in different directions, and neither one of us wanted to let go. I don't think we were a mistake. I don't think you were the wrong one. Sometimes two hearts can be honest and still not become one. You were the right person at the wrong time, and the kind of love I wasn't ready to keep. We had every reason to make it work, but somehow we still couldn't make it be. And I still remember the way you held me, like I was somewhere you wanted to stay. Maybe in another life, another season, we would have found a different way. But I know some things don't last forever, even when they're real from the start. You were the right person at the wrong time, and the one that got away from my heart. I still have the messages we never deleted, the ones from when everything felt new. Funny how a few simple sentences can bring me right back to you. I heard your name from an old friend last week. They said you're doing better now, and I smiled because a part of me still wants the best for you somehow. Maybe we were growing in different seasons, maybe we needed different things. Maybe love isn't always about staying, maybe sometimes it's knowing when to leave. You were the right person at the wrong time, and the kind of love I wasn't ready to keep. We had every reason to make it work, but somehow we still couldn't make it be. And I still remember the way you held me, like I was somewhere you wanted to stay. Maybe in another life, another season, we would have found a different way. But I know some things don't last forever, even when they're real from the start. You were the right person at the wrong time, and the one that got away from my heart. If I saw you standing in front of me, I don't know what I would say. Maybe I'm sorry, maybe I'm glad you were here anyway. Because losing you was never about losing love, it was losing the chance to grow together. And that's the hardest part to accept. Some people are right, just not forever. You were the right person at the wrong time, and a beautiful story we couldn't complete. The kind of love that changes who you are, even when it ends quietly. And I hope somebody holds you closer when the world gets heavy again. I hope they see every little thing that made me fall for you back then. 'Cause some people are not meant to stay forever, but they leave something that never departs. You were the right person at the wrong time, and a forever feeling in a temporary heart. I remember the first time we talked. You were sitting there with your old headphones on. You told me about all the places you'd go, and I told you about dreams I never showed. We were just two kids trying to understand how to hold on and how to let go. Maybe we didn't have all the answers, but we had a moment that I'll always know. And I don't need to change the ending, I don't need another chance to see. Some people are only chapters, but they still mean everything. It was enough for me, the way you smiled when you looked at me, the little conversations at midnight, the memories nobody else could see. It was enough for me, even if you weren't meant to stay. It gave me a part of my life I'll never want to erase. And if we never find our way back, if we become strangers someday, I'll still be thankful you were here, because you were enough for me. I still remember the songs we played, the rainy nights and the summer days, the places that don't mean anything now, but somehow still bring you back around. You taught me how to open my heart, how to be honest with what I feel. And even though we ended apart, I know that what we had was real. Maybe love doesn't always mean forever, maybe it doesn't need to last. Some things are beautiful because they happen, not because they have to last. It was enough for me, the way you smiled when you looked at me, the little conversations at midnight, the memories nobody else could see. It was enough for me, even if you weren't meant to stay. It gave me a part of my life I'll never want to erase. And if we never find our way back, if we become strangers someday, I'll still be thankful you were here, because you were enough for me. So here's to the person I used to know, the one who helped me become who I am. I hope life gives you everything you were always looking for back then. And if you ever think about me, I hope you smile, I hope you see. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't forever, but it was enough for me. It was enough for me, every little moment we got to keep, every word we didn't say out loud, every memory that still feels sweet. It was enough for me, even if our roads went separate ways. Some people leave a little light behind that never really fades away. And I don't need another ending, I don't need to make you stay, because for a little part of my life, you were enough for me. Met you on a Friday afternoon, sunlight falling through the open room. You were wearing that white summer dress, laughing like you had no worries left. We walked around with nowhere to be, talking about your dreams and my old melodies. You said maybe we should do this again. I smiled like I knew what that meant. We were young, we were careless, making memories without trying. Every little moment with you felt like perfect timing. Maybe in another summer you would still be sitting closer. Maybe we'd be driving nowhere with the windows down like we don't care. Maybe in another lifetime I would get to call you mine. Maybe we'd have a little more time before the seasons changed our minds. But even if we never got forever, I still think about you whenever the sun goes down in that golden color. Maybe in another summer you kept stealing my favorite hoodie, said it looked better on you anyway. We spent hours making playlists for places we never went. Someday your name was saved inside my phone with a little heart I never showed. Funny how the smallest things become the ones you can't let go. Maybe we were almost something. Maybe that's why it feels different. Some people come into your life and leave a little piece of summer with them. Maybe in another summer you would still be sitting closer. Maybe we'd be driving nowhere with the windows down like we don't care. Maybe in another lifetime I would get to call you mine. Maybe we have a little more time before the seasons changed our minds. But even if we never got forever, I still think about you whenever the sun goes down in that golden color. Maybe in another summer. I don't wanna change the story, I don't wanna erase the past, 'cause for a little while we had something that could last. Maybe in another summer we'd still be laughing together. Maybe we'd be watching sunset somewhere by the ocean forever. Maybe in another lifetime you'd still be right by my side. But I'm glad I got that moment, even if it passed me by. And every time the warm wind comes back around, I'll remember you somehow. Maybe in another summer it would have been us by now. This was the love that never became us, the one we never had the courage to name. We had all the reasons to stay together, but somehow we still walked away. You were my almost forever, my favorite what if I couldn't keep, the closest thing to a love story that was never written for me. And I still call it love, even if it never became us. You knew how I took my coffee in the morning, I knew the songs you played when you were sad. We had conversations until the sunrise, like there was nothing better we could have had. You'd fall asleep while we were talking, I'd stay awake just listening to you breathe. Everybody thought we were together, maybe we were everything except the name we needed. Maybe we were scared of changing everything, maybe we were scared that it would end. So we stayed somewhere in the middle, too close to leave, too afraid to begin. This was the love that never became us, the one we never had the courage to name. We had all the reasons to stay together, if it never became us. I still have the photos we never posted, the places that nobody knows about, the little moments that felt like forever, before forever started fading. Now you moved on, and I don't blame you. I hope somebody treats you right. I just wish I could tell you one more time, you were the best part of that chapter of my life. Maybe some people aren't meant to stay. Maybe some feelings don't need a name. Maybe we were only given a moment, but that doesn't make it fake. This was the love that never became us, but it was real while it was alive. 1,000 little almost between us that I still carry sometimes. You were my almost forever, the goodbye I never got to say. And maybe I'll stop asking why someday. Maybe I'll let the memory fade, but I'll always call it love. The love that never became us. I still think about the night we talked for hours, sitting in your car outside your apartment. You told me all the things you were afraid of. I told you things I never told anyone. We were both trying to find ourselves, carrying things we never learned to say. Maybe we were looking for a person when we needed time to find our way. And I don't blame you, I know you tried your best. Maybe I was just another chapter you needed to forget. If we met later, when we knew who we were, when we weren't still healing from the things that came before, maybe I'd have held you closer. Maybe you'd have stayed a little more. Maybe we would have been the kind of love we were both looking for. But I guess some people find each other before they're ready for forever. So if we meet again someday, I hope we meet a little later. I saw your picture somewhere yesterday. You looked happy in a different place, and for the first time in a long while, I didn't feel the need to look away. I hope someone knows your little habits, the way you laugh when you're nervous too. I hope they remind you every morning that you're easier to love than you knew. And maybe someday, when the timing finally feels right, we'll understand why we couldn't make it, even though we really tried. If we met later, when we knew who we were, when we weren't still searching for somewhere we belonged first, maybe I'd have held you closer. Maybe you'd have stayed a little more. Maybe we would have been the kind of love we were both looking for. But I guess some people find each other before they're ready for forever. So if we meet again someday, I hope we meet a little later. Not every goodbye means goodbye forever. Not every story gets another page, but I'll always be grateful that I knew you in that way. If we met later, Maybe we'd get it right, maybe we'd laugh about the timing that kept us apart that night. Maybe you'd still say my name like you did before. Maybe I'd still be the person you were hoping for. But even if we never find each other in another life, another weather, I'll always wish you happiness. I just wish we met later. I passed by the street we used to know, the same old place but years ago. Your favorite song came on again, and I remembered who we had been. Maybe we were only a season, maybe that's all we were meant to be. Some people leave without a reason, but stay inside your memories. When summer forgot our names and everything started to change, we became strangers with a history, a story only we could read. I don't regret the days we had, I don't wish we could go back. Some loves are never meant to stay, but they're still beautiful anyway. I wonder if you still take that road or play those songs we used to know. I hope you're happy where you are, even if you're somewhere far. Maybe we were chasing forever with hearts that didn't know the way. Maybe some things are meant to leave but never really fade away. When summer forgot our names and everything started to change, we became strangers with a history, a story only we could read. I don't regret the days we had, I don't wish we could go back. Some loves are never meant to stay, but they're still beautiful anyway. Maybe years from now we'll meet again and smile like we were just friends, but somewhere deep inside we'll know there was a summer we called our own. When summer forgot our names, I finally let it fade away. The sunsets, the streets, the memories still live somewhere inside of me. You were a chapter I won't erase, a little light from yesterday. Some loves are never meant to stay, but they're still beautiful anyway.